He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it for Frazier.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. McCartan, touchdown.
Into the layup goes at the buzzer.
Frazier wins it. The championship.
I'll talk to you. All right, thanks.
It's the first round of the 2022 Essex County Tournament in its 48th season, right here next on the NFHS Network.
He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it for Frazier.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. McCartan, touchdown.
Into the layup goes at the buzzer.
Frazier wins it. The championship.
You never do the soccer game.
Bloomfield and Seton Hall Prep is right here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network between the Bloomfield Bengals and the Seton Hall Prep Pirates. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Ryan Lowy, and stay tuned as we have more soccer coming up next.
You can see the future of the Duke and North Carolina rivalry on D1 Media Pro.
There you see Hubert Davis, head coach of North Carolina, here to see Simeon
We're
Wills.
looking live right there at a trio of Duke basketball coaches: John Shire, Nolan Smith, Emil Jefferson. Clock now at 12. Kicks it in the corner. Lively for three. Got it. Derek Lively, a corner three, and an early third quarter.
Apologies, everybody, and welcome to the first round of the 2022 Essex County Tournament between the Seton Hall Prep Pirates, the #1 seed, and the Bloomfield Bengals, the #16 seed in the tournament. Apologies, we had to go off air to relocate for everyone's convenience. We're very sorry for that. Once again, my name is Ryan Lowy. I'm joined with Miles Dax on the broadcast today. For our brackets coming into this tournament, Seton Hall Prep is the #1 seed in the tournament. Bloomfield, the #16 seed. Seton Hall Prep coming off of a big win with the first 2 goals coming in the first 10 minutes against the Newark Eastside Red Raiders. They are most recently victors of the top division of the Super Essex Conference with an undefeated record within the SEC American Division under head coach Marty Berman. The team is the defending state champions of non-public A, and today they are bringing in the Bloomfield Bengals, who are coming off of a most recent preliminary round victory to bring them to the first round of the tournament. Once again, everybody, my name is Ryan Lowy, and thank you so much for joining us here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Bloomfield 4-9 and Seton Hall Prep 10-2. Most notably, Newark Eastside and Seton Hall Prep were fighting for that #1 seed, as the last game played between the two of them was rescheduled and was after the county seeding. Seton Hall Prep, with the county seeding being made, were able to hold the #1 spot in the 2022 tournament, and probably their best claim for it was their victory last year, taking down West Orange 2-0 in the finals and taking down Montclair 1-0 in the semifinals. Special thank you to Mr. Goldie, who is in charge of Seton Hall Prep Communications. Seton Hall Prep is the 48th Essex County Tournament competition, and their record is 11-2. My sincerest apologies for that mistake after their most recent victory against the Newark Eastside Red Raiders. Once again, everybody, my name is Ryan Lowy. Thank you for joining us, and apologies for the technical difficulties. We have soccer coming up next right here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network.
He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it for Frazier.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. McCartan, touchdown.
Into the layup goes at the buzzer.
Frazier wins it. The championship.
It's Seton Hall.
You didn't need that, did you?
No.
It's Seton Hall Prep's first matchup since winning their most recent 9th SEC American tournament. Out of the 14 years that the division has existed, each team plays each other at least once in the regular season. Some teams play each other twice, with a few crossover games as well in the mix. So Bloomfield is in their huddle, Seton Hall Prep is in their huddle, and we are getting ready to play soccer right here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Seton Hall Prep in their blue with white accents, and Bloomfield in their white with their home color accents as well. An 11v11 soccer game, 2 40-minute halves today here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. And with that being said, let's get this game underway. It's the first round of the 48th Essex County Tournament. Ball sent ahead and out is going to be a Bloomfield goal kick. Once again, Bloomfield, 4 wins coming into this season. Seton Hall Prep most recently with their 9th win coming into this season. This is Seton Hall Prep's first game of the 48th tournament. And on the other side, a 3-2 win versus Caldwell in the play-in round gets them here. Krupski putting on pressure. It's picked up by the keeper for the Bengals. Perry Kostidakis leads Bloomfield in goals this year. Seton Hall Prep has a duo of goal scorers up top. Eddie Krupski and Joaquin Nihenke have been dominant this year up top for the squad. That was last touched by the Pirates off of Jordan Miller's original touch for the Bengals, and here they come up the field. It will now be controlled in the back and played ahead and out for a Bengals throw-in. Head coach Michael Aiello, his 8th season as a head coach for the Bengals, and his 10th season with the Bengals boys soccer program. Controlled in the back and swung up. 4:03 p.m. Eastern Time, a 4 o'clock kickoff here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. We're sorry for the shadows on your screen. We're trying to get out of the bad weather that could start any hour now. Pirates controlling in the back. Every seed playing today, a few 2 o'clock start times, a few 4 o'clock start times to get this tournament underway. Girls soccer first round was yesterday, second round is tomorrow. We will have West Orange girls soccer quarterfinal game tomorrow night right here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Crossed in, Krupski header, saved by the keeper. An excellent effort in net to keep the scoreline at 0 apiece. In net is the junior Christopher House. 41 saves on the year. Alex Leone, his backup with 9. Here comes the Pirates. Up the field, this one addressed in with a left foot, touchdown, nobody there to finish. House covers it. At the 50, headed in the air, and pushed up by the Pirates. And played ahead. Here's a run, Wiley Ong doesn't win the chase to it. So Christopher House, interestingly, now that we're in, will not be starting today. Instead, it will be Alex Leone, the freshman goalkeeper, getting the start. Christopher House, the usual starting goalkeeper for the Bengals. 41 saves on the season and 1 game played. Ahead now come the Bengals. Played ahead and out for a throw-in. Seton Hall Prep running their 4-4-2 formation. Bloomfield on the other side running a 4-3-3. Played ahead and touchdown by the keeper. 11-2 are the Pirates coming into this game. A big victory, as I said earlier, the first 2 goals coming in the first 10 minutes against East Side of Newark. Played ahead under pressure, knocked in the air, and touched ahead. Wiley Ong, the junior, can't control. And now here come the Bengals up the other way, looking for their 5th win of the season and a county upset to try and knock down the reigning victors of the tournament. Knocked ahead and at the middle. Defensive header forward, now controlled by the Bengals. Wiley Ong, out for a throw-in. Plays it into Joaquin Nihenke. And played ahead. A tale of 2 backup goalies getting the call today. Raymond Bonanno's 6th start with the Pirates. Bonanno, the 5'11 junior. And on the other side, Alex Leone, the freshman. Crossed in and headed away. And taken away by Brozon. And now here come the Bengals down the other way. Tapped ahead. Here's a run for Shane Hinton. Hinton tries to cut into the 18 from the outside, plays one in, and it's poked away by Marcus Brozon on the recovery. Thrown in, outside the 6, and played away on a good double hitch effort for the Pirates. And it's a Bengals throw-in. 11-2, as I said earlier, are the Pirates coming into today. We're taking a look at some of their best wins of the season. That includes a 2-0 win on the road, Friday Night Lights at Livingston High School. A 3-2 comeback win versus Columbia, as this shot is deflected and played away by Marcus Brozon. Other big victories, an out-of-conference victory hosting Voorhees. About the 45-minute to an hour hike, as here come the Pirates down the field. Lucas Mendez. Mendez trying to win a one-on-one. And it's played back and controlled by the Pirates at around the football 35-yard line. Far side, Oladapo chases the line. It's poked out, and last touch by him for a Bengal throw-in. 4:08 p.m. Eastern Time here in the first round of this Essex County tournament. A backup goalkeeper's battle to get this one underway. All 8 games being played today. A few grass fields unable to host competitions today, but we're lucky to be playing here at the turf at the Kelly Athletic Complex, about a mile away from the main Seton Hall Preparatory School, the oldest prep school in the state of New Jersey. Played ahead, here's Marcus Brozon. Up the field come the Pirates. Krupski, back heel, loses it. Tries to get back on it. Can't do so. From the middle. A misread. And the Bengals will control in the back. Defensive touches now by the Pirates as it's played ahead. Oladapo, the captain, spears one forward. Joaquin Nihenke, far side. High cross. It's going to be tough for the keeper to read. It's over Leone's head. 4:10 p.m. Eastern Time, 31:40 left to play. A quick Bloomfield Bengals substitution. Cosme Imbert checks out, the senior. 10th season coaching for Mike Aiello, his 8th as a head coach. This one poked away and a throw in for the Pirates. Seton Hall Prep explosive off the whistle in their last competition. The first 2 goals at the beginning, with the second and game-winning goal coming from Krupski himself off an error. This shot outside the net. Misses the keeper altogether. It's a goal kick. Once again, apologies for any technical difficulties that you saw at the beginning of the game that unfortunately came from a relocation in the box. Played ahead. And the Bengals will control from the middle. Quick 1-2 work. Slurve for Caput as he plays far side. 1 touch down the field. Getting in the way of that one was Peter Battenjani. Whistles come in, and it's a Pirates free kick. It'll come from the 30-yard line and quickly be played into Nihenki. Brozon. On back to Bauer. And far side. Battenjani. Pings one forward. Off an arm. And touched ahead. Here's a run for the Pirates. A little bit too much for Wiley Ong. And it's a goal kick. We mentioned Seton Hall Prep's 11 wins on the season. We're going to soon mention Bloomfield's 4 wins on the season to their credit in 13 competitions coming into the county tournament. Touchdown. Here's another rung for Ong. Too strong. Time now for Leone, who plays it ahead. From the 50, relayed on back, and the Pirates will control. Battenjani. All the way back to Raymond Bonanno. And touchdown far side by Battenjani. Krupski reads one ahead. Wiley Ong chase. Nice slide tackling effort to slow down the play. Thrown in. And kept him bounced on a clearance. And touched ahead by Peter Battenjani. Battenjani runs the line. He's called out by the far side official. Bloomfield's 4 wins, a 2-0 win versus Caldwell. The first of 2 competitions between the two, a 2-0 win at Glen Ridge High School, an 8-0 victory in an interdivisional matchup versus North Star Academy. And then most recently, their most recent competition, they're coming off of a 3-2 victory versus James Caldwell High. Eddie Krupski tries to shield himself onto the ball. It's poked away. Here come the Bengals up the field. Sent ahead. Nice defensive touch forward by Bauer. Back to him, will head it forward. 8 goals on the season for Lucas Mendez. 3 goals for Luke Warjenka. 3 goals for Daniel Ariza. 6 goals for Nihenki. And 12 for Eddie Krupski. He leads the Pirates statistics this year. Krupski also had a surmountable amount of goals last year to his name in his 2nd year varsity for the Pirates. Only a junior. Another year to commit to play at the next level. Krupski tries to play it ahead. Brozon with the touch forward, and now it's a run for Lucas Mendez. Lucas Mendez to the middle. The captain lets one go. And it's saved away. And Nihenki has earned the Pirates a corner kick. .26.5 now left to play in the first half. Ong right back to the corner. Left-footed address. And it's out for a goal kick from the 6. Leone plays it ahead. And touchdown by the Bengals. And it's a throw-in for the Pirates. Freshman team in attendance today here for Seton Hall Prep. Practices are canceled due to the weather. 4-0-2 record. The freshman team remains undefeated, with notable ties versus Montclair and Livingston, and victories on the 4 other ends. Sub-varsity seasons coming to an end here early, with roughly 10 to 12 games played for each. And of course a shortened varsity season by 4 days that started on the 9th of last month and ends on the 27th of this month, as per usual to last year's end on the first day of next month. On the relay header, this one is left in the back for Wiley Ong. Wiley Ong buries himself far side, will try and get out of it, touches ahead, tapped away. From the 30, this pass is deflected by Caput. And now here come the Bengals down the field. Poked away. Now here come the Pirates. Lucas Mendez. Still going is Mendez. Tapped away. And controlled ahead. Left for Nihenke. The one-touch pass ahead. Here's Mendez from far. Saved away and covered up by Leone. 24-20 left to play here in the first half. Here comes Bloomfield. Whistles come in, they earn a free kick. Surprise team trying to make a case for winning the Liberty Division this year, the Minutemen of Newark Academy. Off to a 5-2-2 start. Bloomfield a 4-9 start in the Liberty Division. And one team also making some surprise runs, higher seeded than Bloomfield, the Irvington Blue Knights. Having a great season for their expectations. This one addressed in and headed away on the run by Bauer. From far side, this one is crossed in and headed away by Marcus Brozon. Speared in the air by Nihenke. This one will take a few bounces and go out for a Bengals throw-in. Krupski coming on as it rolls out, but it will remain a Bloomfield Bengals throw-in. Jordan Miller throws it in. And touchdown by Nihenke. From the back, the Pirates control. Brozon. Bauer. Mendez. Bauer to the middle. Peter Battenjani. The far side defender waves a run. This one shipped far to Alex Oladapo. He's going to win the race. He's going to control it in front of the end line. Crosses one outside from Nihenke. This shot is saved down by Leone. Special thank you to Mr. Goldie, the Sports Information Director here at Seton Hall Preparatory School. Also a special thank you to Mr. Lawrence Baggett Jr., the Athletic Director here at Seton Hall Preparatory School, the oldest all-boys Catholic school in New Jersey, and also the largest Catholic school in New Jersey. Controlled in the back, Battenjani to Oladapo, and ahead to Wiley. Pirates are going to throw in Wiley, the Livingston native. Plays it into Oladapo. Wiley on far side. Loses it, taken away by the Bengals. Back and forth in the middle. Hanky goes down. He earns a whistle there. Foul called on Alex Caput. Hanky back to Bauer. And on over to Peter Battinjani. Tough touches on the ball for Chiricello. From the 50, Chiricello will play it back. Bauer swings one to Mendez. Mendez, in the middle of the field, plays one through. Nice effort by Hanky to keep the defense controlling. It's been all Pirates possession-wise so far, for those of you just joining us. Chiricello plays ahead. Marcus Barozan crosses one. And plenty control by Leon in net. About a quarter way through this full game here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. My name is Ryan Lowry. I'm joined with Miles Dax on camera. Krupski trying to get his body on it. He's called. And it's a free kick for the Bloomfield Bengals. Quick Bengals substitution coming now. Cosme Imbert checks back in with 19:05 left to play. Here's a Bengals effort. Working on the ball offensively, Cosme Imbert plays one in. It's touched away on good communication between the keeper and Brozon. Tapped ahead by Maxwell Williams. And now here come the Bengals down the other way. Played ahead by Rainer Elias. And from the outside, Jordan Miller is tapped off the ball as it's punched ahead and stays in play. Pirates bench is getting ready. Gideon Zales is warming up and stretching out, holding the substitution penny. Head coach Marty Berman, for the Seton Hall Pirates, just recently claimed with the victory versus Newark East Side, the 11th win of the season for the Pirates. His 9th SEC American Divisional Championship in the 14 years that the Super Essex Conference has been in existence after taking over the Iron Hills Conference, which was the name prior. Played in and controlled by the Bengals in the back. This one touched away for a Pirates throw in the 17-25. Still no goals in this one early. Two Pirates getting ready to check in. Krupski to the middle. And speared ahead by Maxwell Williams. Who else but Krupski on the attack? Pokes ahead to Sir Janowski. This ball too strong for Lucas Mendez. Wiley Ong now taken out by Luke Warjenka. Getting some applause from the Pirate crowd. Also underway is the Morris and Union County tournaments. You can catch some of the Union County tournament here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. It's been a battle between St. Peter's Prep as the 3-seed, Union City as the 2-seed, and the number 1-seeded New Jersey-ranked Kearney Cardinals. The Henke played ahead. Here's Eddie Krupski. Tries to get by the defender. Krupski cuts in. Slide tackle pass. The shot deflected away, and a nice clearance effort. An excellent defensive play by the Bengals, as now they'll get a throw-in. Looks like that defensive play there was made by Cesar Nico Diaz. Tapped ahead. Bauer. And Cesar Nico Diaz taps it ahead. From the back. This one controlled by Will Bauer, and now Battinjani plays it ahead. And deflected over far side to Alex Oladapo. $15.5 left to play here in the first half of play on the D1 media per page on the NFHS Network. A pretty quick moving first half of action, as the Pirates are getting ready to check in Gideon Zales. Free kick ahead. Here comes an effort from the Bengals, as Kostadakis plays one in over the net. And a quick Pirate substitution. Gideon Zales checks in, and he will take out Luca Chiricello. Zales, the 6', 165-pound senior, retires the senior midfielder Chiricello, who stands 5'8", 140. Quickly played in by Bonanno. Sixth start with the Pirates. Aidan Donovan currently injured. In his absence, Bonanno doing an excellent job with the Pirates, including sealing the deal for the divisional championship. Second straight year the Pirates claim it. Last year an undefeated 20-0-1 season, led by David Schuster, Drew Ligotti in names. Able to take down Christian Brothers for the non-public A championship, the most likely best of the 6 available championships, which is Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, and Group 4 public, non-public A and non-public B. This one played ahead to Lucas Mendez. Mendez stands right outside the 16, played away Nihenki. Tries to slice one in from the angle, right into Leon's breadbasket. Tapped down by Luke Borjenka. Throw in for the Pirates as they progress ahead. Thank you for joining us. Ryan Lowy, Miles Dax on the broadcast. From the back, play to Joaquin Nihenki. Nihenki ahead. This one spears by Lucas Mendez, with under 13 minutes left to play here in the first half. Pirates ball is the call from the head official. Actually interesting, yesterday was West Orange's 2-0 victory versus Eastside High School of Newark on the girls' side for the first round to get both county tournaments started, and had some trouble getting some officials in attendance to the rescheduling change from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock due to reasons out of both schools' control. So it's interesting to show how real that the official shortage here in New Jersey is. Corner addressed inside. The header is out far side for a goal kick from the 6. Quick Bengals substitution, and now we have a corner coming in. The AR will confirm with the head official to change it to benefit the Pirates. Pirates looking for their first goal of the game as the number 1 seed in this tournament, taking on a 16th seeded 4-9 Bloomfield Bengals under head coach Michael Ayel. Thank you for joining us here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Corner kick in, almost finished by Krupski on the one-touch slice in from the edge of the 6. Good effort there by Leon to keep it out. Bauer to Battinjani. Bauer. Now under 11 minutes left to play here in the first half. Good 1-2 touch effort working with Gideon Zales. Up ahead come the Bengals. There's a good through ball opportunity. A lot of space for Kostadakis. From the corner, his pass deflected, lets it roll out. It's a corner kick. Here comes the Bengals. Possibly one of their best efforts of the game here. Shot one over and on top of the net in an earlier effort. Now they're looking to try one from a close side corner kick to the right of your screen. Miles Dax on camera today. Thank you for joining us here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. It's Seton Hall Pirates Soccer. And if you're wondering why we are in the press box, it is because, well, you can see it right now. It's starting to rain here at the CAC, about a mile away from the preparatory school that calls this their athletic home. This flying header does not make it in, coming from Alex Caput. Well, the umbrellas come out. Actually, we had an umbrella issue when we were covering West Orange girls soccer and Livingston girls soccer at the Madonna Turf across the street from Livingston High School. Umbrellas in the way of your view. Thankfully, here at the CAC, we have some nice elevation to be able to show you the game's entirety. Played over to Bauer, and the rain now starting to pick up. We're expecting hurricane-like weather. Well, excuse me, not hurricane-like weathers, but heavy wind-like weathers that you would see at a tail end of the hurricane coming later this evening. It's why a lot of grass games at all different levels were canceled. A few 2 o'clock starts, a few 4 o'clock starts today, and the heavy rain starting to pour in here at the Kelly Athletic Complex. West Orange, New Jersey's premier home for private school athletics. Two other schools in the area, Golda Ak Academy of the SEC Independence Division. And then, of course, as well, we cannot forget about West Orange High School, as they're live on the NFHS Network currently right now. Is this run to Krupski too strong? He stayed on side with the last defender. Eight games going on today here in the first round of the county tournament. This one's punted away, including the number 1 seeded Prep Pirates and the number 16 seeded Bloomfield Bengals. We will have bracketology coming up soon for you here on the broadcast, as next week, midweek, we see semifinal action at a neutral site and then finals at a neutral site later on in the week. Last year's finals, at Belleville High School, saw the Pirates take home the trophy. En route to a state championship just weeks later, they took down the West Orange Mountaineers. 2-0 contest, qualified for that matchup at another neutral site in the semifinal round, taking on the 4-seeded Torrey Weaver and the Montclair Mounties. One goal was the separator in that contest. Played into the box, header from far, defensively tapped away, and played away by Will Bauer. Up ahead from the back. Controlled down by Rainer Elias. Elias, that back heel. Plenty to gobble up in the back line for the Pirates. Rain still coming in here at the Kelly Athletic Complex. 7:20 left to play here in the first half. Ryan Lowy, I'm joined with Miles Dax on the broadcast today. Gideon Zales. Peter Battenjani. Played ahead to Nihenke. And poked away for a Pirate throw-in by Tyler Harvard. And county tournaments getting started as we're getting towards the tail end of the fall season. Under the New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association, Seton Hall Prep may be the number 1 seed here in the tournament, but they're definitely not Essex County's premier program. You have to give that one to St. Benedict's Prep of Newark. 7-0, most recently taking down Montclair in their second to most recent game. This game crossed in, the header over and off the field goal post for a goal kick from the 6. Well, this Friday, the Pep Pirates are on the road for their football team after coming off of a tough loss last week, 20-17, versus the Paladins of Paramus Catholic. They will be at St. Joseph's Regional High School this week in a competition against a top 5 and recently ranked number 3 foe within St. Joe's Regional High School of Montvale. 3 St. Joseph's here in New Jersey, 1 in Metuchen, who play in the Big Central, and then 1 in Hamilton, all the way down south. St. Joseph's Hamilton recently announcing that their head coach is in his final season as the most winningest coach in the state of New Jersey. Maxwell Williams plays ahead too strong for Lapchinsky. Rain pouring in here at the CAC, if you're wondering why you are seeing those reflections. A tough day to play soccer in this weather. It's just coming down. Well, we're okay here in the press box. Played ahead. We'll bower the last line. We'll tap it ahead. Hard to believe the fall season is completing itself here on the D1 Media Pro page on the FHS Network. I mean, it feels like we just got it started yesterday with the opener between West Orange and Livingston, an SEC American matchup, and the day prior to that one, which officially got all the boys soccer underway, the Prep Pirates with a big 3-0 win to get their season started here at the Kelly Athletic Complex. Haven't lost a game against state of New Jersey opponents since their in-town foes who upset them 1-0 2 years ago in the COVID-shortened season of the West Orange Mountaineers. For the Mountaineers, their run would come to a close in their second playoff game, the semifinal round versus Livingston in a shootout. Grant Chevron of the Livingston Lancers able to cap it off. That was his senior year, and then for the Prep Pirates, they would win their playoff bracket that year, and then last year as well, they would win it in a bigger fashion, not just an abbreviated sectional tournament, but the full non-public aid tournament itself. So Seton Hall Prep dominant most recently in playoffs. Marty Berman, the head coach for the Pirates, longtime social studies teacher as well, here at New Jersey's oldest Catholic preparatory school. Seton Hall Prep, an all-boys school. Their sister school, Mount St. Dominic's Academy, with a tough loss yesterday to Montclair Kimberly Academy at their Essex Valley School home soccer field to get their round of 16 started on the girls' bracket. Girls' seating looking a lot different than the boys' seating. Montclair High School doing a number on teams, including taking down the second-seeded and dominant Livingston Lancers. Can't leave the West Orange Mountaineers behind, having a great season as well on the girls' side. Those are the big 3 this year to keep an eye on. And both teams with wins yesterday to keep their Essex County tournament hopes alive. This is the 48th Essex County tournament for the boys as this ball is sent ahead. Here's an opportunity for Lapchinsky, deflected away. Running effort onto the ball by Tyler Harvey. Under 3 minutes now left to play here in the first half. Thank you for joining us here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. It's the 2022 Essex County Tournament, first round. Thrown in, both teams trying to get a goal on before the second half. Bloomfield as the 16th seed, trying to come in as the upset team, 2:10 in a running clock. And on the other side, Seton Hall Prep trying to keep their hopes alive of winning another tournament in a row. They're able to take down Montclair in the most recent county tournament prior to the COVID year at Livingston High School. COVID year, no county tournament. And then the Pirates were able to win it last year. Big victory, as I said, versus the West Orange Mountaineers at Belleville High School. Seton Hall Prep Soccer, among some of the best all-time historic soccer programs in New Jersey, and favored to win the non-public A bracket by NJ.com, by the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network, and by many. Just so dominant and so experienced under Marty Berman. Their longtime playoff rivalry with Del Barton could be their favor. They took them down last year in the finals of the North bracket of non-public A to qualify for the Christian Brothers State Final matchup. And this year, Del Barton off to a tough start, and Seton Hall Prep, no in-state losses, and most recently a divisional championship to their name. Couple tough losses for the rivals within the Del Barton Green Wave, including an upset victory for Roxbury High School, who were just most recently upset in the Morris County tournament in their first round. So a lot of bracket shakeups. It's the most exciting thing about high school sports is the shakeups within county and state brackets. Thrown in and tapped away and cleared away for another throw in. 80 seconds roughly left to play here in the first half. Maybe we could see a bracket shakeup here. Bloomfield playing some decent soccer defensively, keeping the Pirates at 0 apiece with them. Could be a different story in the second half. From the football 30-yard line, played in by Harvey. This one takes a hop before being gobbled up by Raymond Banana. Under a minute left to play. Can the Pirates skirmy something up here to get themselves into a second half up by a potential goal? Out and not touched by the Pirates for a Bengals throw, and Bloomfield has to be happy with this end of first half result. Maybe not the control on the ball, but the first half result holds 0-0. "25 seconds now left to play in the first half." Rolls out close side for a Bengals throw, and it looks like this could likely do any pressure we can see here in the first half. Bloomfield looking to take their time, cleaning up the ball, running out some clock. Jordan Miller and the Bloomfield Bengals want to get another look at possibly taking down this Pirates team in the second half, as that will run out the first half clock. Ryan Lowry, Miles Dax, 40 minutes played. We're at halftime here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Stay tuned. Second half next.
You can see the future of the Duke and North Carolina rivalry on D1 Media Pro.
There you see Hubert Davis, head coach of North Carolina, here to see Simeon
We're
Wills.
looking live right there at a trio of Duke basketball coaches: John Shire, Nolan Smith, Emil Jefferson. Clock now at 12. Kicks it in the corner. Lively for three. Got it. Derek Lively, a corner three in an early third quarter. Has a look to go off the dribble here. Goes right around Lively, and he gets the roll. Inbounds to Wilcher. A step back, fade away through contact. Simeon Wilcher. He's out for Mbako. He'll try one from beyond the arc. And Mackenzie Mbako is on fire to start this one. The Marauders go back to their bread and butter. Their 3 offensive touchdowns today have all been on the ground. They'll go back to the ground here with Slade, and he's untouched into the end zone for a touchdown. Sam Slade.
And 21. Missouri under pressure, and he's taken down. Jack Price with the sack.
And goes under center. Toss to Thomason, far side, trying to pick up blocks, trying to cut back upfield, and he's in for a Seton Hall Prep touchdown. Hand off, Butler once again, steps through a couple of tackles, spinning the pile, pushing him forward. Is he in? No signal, yes he is, touchdown. Salters will take the snap, looking to throw deep, he's got a man, wide open, it's caught Justin Mays, a foot race to the end zone. There he goes. Touchdown. 80.
Brown, quarterback sneak to the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Westfield.
Gordon, back to pass. Gonna throw a deep ball, far side. Caught. Touchdown. Nasir Addison.
Do you want your school to be covered by the #1 live stream service in the state of New Jersey so the entire country can see moments like this?
We play once again. Free kick coming for the Mountaineers. Short shot on goal. On post. And West Orange gets the goal, and they win. They take down the #2 ranked Seton Hall Pirates. Bullock takes the snap. He's going to take it himself. Barreling towards the goal line, and he's in. Dodge Bullock from 3 yards out, and the Marauders lead it 20-7.
Or be a witness to championships like these?
Montclair are state sectional champions. They defeat Livingston 4-1, and the Mounties sweep the boys and girls brackets in back-to-back wins over the Lancers. 3-2. There goes the runners. Swing on and miss. Strike 3. That does it. The Cranford Cougars are the Last Dance World Series champions.
Or have exclusive interviews with players and coaches.
Maroon and Silver Star pitcher Teague Mulcahy. I'm here with Cranford star Ryan Jaros. We're with the Bergen Crusaders star of the game, Luis De La Cruz. Here with West Orange head coach Doug Nevins. And all right, now here with star goalkeeper Nikolai Matthews of this West Orange Mountaineer team. Nikolai. Here with Claire Manning after Montclair picks up a 4-1 win over Livingston. I'm here with Molly Brumback, the goalkeeper. Molly, what was today like? Here with West Orange girls varsity coach Sean DeVore.
Then join the D1 Media Pro team, New Jersey's #1 live streaming service.
They score! Lloyd attacking and throws it down. Touchdown for St. Peter's. I'm here with Darren Lewis.
With Simeon Wilcher.
Here with Precious Achua.
About doing overtime.
Hey, so on the suit. Took him and decleaning. Ethan Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Go into the basket and the jam.
With them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Welcome back to the Kelly Athletic Complex here in West Orange, New Jersey. A special thank you to the Sports Information Director, Mr. Goldie, here at Seton Hall Preparatory School. A 0-0 tie score, 6 accurate shots on goal for the Prep, 0 for 6 on the day, and for the Bloomfield Bengals, no shots yet. My apologies, getting a little ahead of myself in the football schedule. Actually, Don Bosco is where the Pirates will be heading this Friday. Getting a little excited for the St. Joe's Regional game the following week. The playoffs rolling right around. A lot of people's predictions for the Pirates have gone the other way recently after the tough loss 20-17 versus Paramus Catholic. I was on the call with Jacob Gorin on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFH's Network, and you, in fact, can catch that one on demand. The Bengals are now returning to the facility, sopping wet. The Pirates staying under the Pirate Cove, if we can show that on camera. The Pirate Cove, I think it's quite clever. 45 seconds until the start of the second half. And the rain just pouring down. One of the reasons for our relocation today from inside the booth compared to atop the booth. Marty Berman, over 35 years as the head coach of the Pirates. Some of his best years were last year, the year before that, and even the year before that with the county victory over Montclair. And then hopefully trying to put this year within that as well. Still no losses in the state of New Jersey. He's been the head coach for 37 years, as I said, over 35 years. A tale of two goalkeepers usually not handed the starting job. Hold the nil line at 0-0 on both sides. And they're back on the field for the second half of action. Pirates won the Essex County Tournament. Here as we're in the round of 16. 2 years ago, there was no county tournament due to COVID-19. There was a state tournament which the Pirates gobbled up. And then last year, they were county champions as well. Bloomfield come into this one at 4-9 as the 16th seed in the tournament, excuse me. And the Pirates, the number 1 seed in the tournament. As they were last year, the second straight year, they hold that first seed. So let's get another half of soccer underway, shall we? We're looking for our first win for both teams in the county tournament. Well, excuse me, for the Bloomfield Bengals, this will be their second win as they had a preliminary victory over Caldwell 3-2. The Pirates looking for their first win of the tournament. Pirates would have to win 4 games to take this tournament home, and Bloomfield, with the preliminary round victory they had just a few days prior, they would have to win 5, including this one as the second of the 5. The round of 16, 8 games currently being played today on the schedule, representing the 1 through 16 seeds. Played out, and it's a Pirates tournament. Once again, my apologies. Don Bosco Prep is who the Pirates will visit this Friday. Not St. Joe's Regional. My apologies, a little ahead on the schedule. St. Joe's Regional the week after. Tomorrow, I will, in fact, be at Ridge High School down in Somerset County, as they will be hosting the Westfield Blue Devils. A matchup where 2 teams can only combine for 3 losses in over 12 games played between the two. 2 very good public school powers looking to sneak into those NJ.com top 20 spots that are mostly held by non-public A and even some non-public B teams on occasion. So in the first round, Milburn and Montclair Kimberly currently underway. Here comes a run that is called offsides. Milburn and Montclair Kimberly, a 9 versus 8 seed matchup. Livingston is hosting the Verona Hillbillies, a 5 versus 12 seed matchup. The Montclair Mounties are hosting the Cedar Grove Panthers. The Mountaineers are currently hosting Barringer on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFH's Network. The Barringer Blue Bears, the Academy of Steam of Newark. Glen Ridge is visiting Columbia at the Underhill Athletic Fields. And Newark Academy is hosting the West Essex Knights. And then finally, the Irvington Blue Knights with a tough 5-1 loss to the second-seeded Newark Eastside Red Raiders, who right before that game lost to the Pirates 2-1. The Pirates put the first 2 goals in within roughly the first 10 minutes of the game. Apologies for any technical difficulties that you may have had in the first half. We had to relocate within the box for everyone's comfort. And a reminder, this Friday, Seton Hall Prep Football will visit Don Bosco Preparatory School, the #1 team in the state of New Jersey, after just a couple weeks ago, a big victory against Bergen Catholic. They're county rivals and one of the best football rivalries in the nation. The Yankee plays one in, relay header, misses the net, out for a goal kick. Actually, speaking about football, that reminds me, St. John Bosco hitting a record for high school football ticket costs, excluding a state championship. Someone paid over $250 for tickets to a St. John Bosco nationally ranked football game at the high school varsity level. You can imagine another team that would be able to do that is the IMG Academy of Florida. And I mean, maybe if Bergen Catholic or Don Bosco gives themselves good enough out-of-state competition, they might be able to break the record for that one. Don Bosco will challenge a Pirates team that is thirsty for a victory. Who knows, maybe the tough loss versus a struggling Paramus Catholic team under new head coaching might wake them up and get them ready for a strong latter half, 3 games left to go, and then a tough non-public A playoff bracket. The road to MetLife for a state championship, which Bergen Catholic held in one of the best years in their school's history. The 7th-ranked team in the nation. Bergen Catholic had last year, taking down Don Bosco in a close one. In the New Jersey non-public A, the best of the 7 available state championships, 5 public school brackets for football, each having 4 8-team brackets. This is the first year in quite a long time that we will see not North and South Group 5, Group 4, non-public A, Group 5, Group 4, Group 3 state champions. Instead, we will see unified state champions instead of North and South. Here come the Pirates. Down the field, Eddie Krupski plays one ahead. Mendez, back to Krupski. Krupski, a nice turn on the ball, but it's poked away. A nice last line of defense. Here come the Bengals up the field. Shane Hinton. Again, taken away by the Pirates. The Pirates controlling possession 85% to 15%. The Yankee. Too strong of a pass for Alex Oladapo as the rain is spearing in here to the Kelly Athletic Complex. And if you're, our apologies if you are concerned or disliking the shadow or the reflection of sorts in the view of your screen. We would like to say that is because we are trying to cover up the gear, make sure everything is okay, due to the heavy rain that we are seeing here at the Kelly Athletic Complex. Chiricello sends one ahead. Wiley Ung pass or run is deflected and poked away. Bauer plays one ahead, and now here come the Bengals. Played far side. And the door is not open for Jordan Miller. Rolls out for a Pirates throw-in. The Pirates have one more regular season contest confirmed, regardless of the county tournament, prior to the state tournament, taking on a fellow private school in the county from Livingston on the border of Forum Park and Morris County. Of the Newark Academy Minutemen, a 5-2-2 record coming into the tournament. They're currently taking on the Knights of West Essex. Last year they made a surprise preliminary round run and were able to put some pressure in the quarterfinal round on the soon-to-be runners-up of the tournament, West Orange Mountaineers. Crossed in by Wiley Ong. Krupski's header off the crossbar. Andy Krupski almost hit the mark for the Pirates. He leads the team in goals this year with 12. He also has 4 assists to his name. Probably had one of the biggest goals of the season coming last game to confirm an SEC American, their 9th in the 14 years of its existence, divisional championship. The second goal off of a missed pass that he took over from a Red Raiders breakdown on defense. More announcements in the Pirates soccer world. Congratulations to David Schuster, University of Chicago Soccer, one of the best Division III programs. They were ranked #1 a few weeks ago, and they remain there. University of Chicago Soccer, also an excellent academic school as well. It's your Pirate update. Played ahead and poked away by Tyler Harvey. Actually, on the Division III side, I'll hold my thought as this one is crossed in by Wiley Ong, deflected, and the finish, wrong side of the net. But an excellent effort by Luca Chiricello. On the Division III side of things, looking forward to a football matchup that will be aired on the Yes Network in the New York area between the Ithaca Bombers in their Cortaca rivalry versus Cortland at Yankee Stadium. The Cortaca Jug, one of the best non-Division I NCAA football rivalries you can ask for, probably the best. Two New York schools, Cortland a state school, Ithaca a private school. That should be a great Division III matchup. It'll air on the Yes Network at noon start time in the coming weeks. Alex Oladapo will throw in quickly. Chiricello crossed in, just a little bit too strong for Lucas Mendez. Turns on it. From outside the far 16, he'll cross one in. Krupski, back heel pass, the shot, Mendez sends it off the planet. That one way too far away from the net. Looks like he leaned back a little bit too much on the shot. We're getting that weather we anticipated. Came in during the closing moments of the first half. Simmered down during halftime, then picked up a little bit. Slowed down again in the final minutes before picking up just a few minutes ago, getting going with the second half of action here on the NFHS Network, presented by D1 Media Pro. Join me tomorrow as I'll be on the call with Alex Weiss at Ridge High School. It's probably the second best public school matchup you can ask for in Week 7 of football. It's going to be a phenomenal matchup. Second best public school game, as I said. It's between Ridge High School hosting the Westfield Blue Devils. A Somerset versus Union County matchup. And I second that to an undefeated West Morris Central matchup versus Randolph. Two undefeated Group 3 schools will spear against each other this Friday night. That should be a very exciting one. The Wolfpack, one of Morris County's premier football programs, and Randolph, they came in ready to play this year. Had some big wins, notably against East Orange, who most recently took down, across town from here, West Orange High School, one of New Jersey's best public school programs, under head coach Darnell Grant. We'll hear, just next to the Pirate Cove, hosts Pirates football. Coach Fitzgerald, a St. Peter's Prep graduate, however, doing an excellent job with the Seton Hall Prep Pirates last year. The team ranked in the top 20, 7-4 record. Speared and caught by Leone in net from the edge of the 6. 29:07 left to play here in the half. Perfectly placed punt. Touchdown by Brian N.G. And ahead, here comes Krupski. Krupski, saved by Leone. By the back. Whistle comes in, and it looks like it's going to be a PK. Lucas Mendez on a collision course. Off of the rebound from Krupski, he tried to leave it behind. Krupski's shot misses, but prior to the shot anyway, the whistle for the PK. Looks like Nihenke will place it down for the Pirates. But this is their gift-wrapped start to the second half with a lead. Just over 10 minutes in. Joaquin Nihenke looking for his 7th goal of the season. He has 6 right now, accompanying 2 assists. The senior midfielder will wind from the left side and deal a goal. It fits into the back of the net. First goal of the county tournament for the Pirates, and the first seed will rightfully take their lead here at the Kelly Athletic Complex. It's Joaquin Nihenke, the senior midfielder's 7th goal of the season. Still remains, but just 1 goal closer. He is the 3rd place of goals scored with most. with the Pirates. He now has from 6 to 7. He's behind with 8 goals Lucas Mendez, the sophomore, and Eddie Krupski with 12 goals well ahead of the pack. It's not a competition. 3 teammates looking to just continue that in-state undefeated run from here on out, which will include a county tournament if they can make that happen, and even a non-public A, the best of the 6 available state championships ahead. Played in, Bloomfield will try and respond. The Pirates hold the 1-0 lead over the Bengals. The Bengals coming into this one, already 3 goals scored in this tournament in their second game of the tournament, a 3-2 preliminary matchup victory against the SEC Liberty's James Caldwell High School. And a 20-minute trip away here from the CAC. James Caldwell High School, a Group 2 soccer school. And as I said earlier, the Liberty Division, Newark Academy making a name for themselves. A statement of sorts with this start to the season. And it was interesting to see how they realigned the divisions this year, as Verona and West Essex came up alongside the victors of the Liberty Division last year. Columbia Regional High School, those 3 came ahead to try and work with the Lancers and the Mountaineers and the Mounties to try and dethrone the Pirates. They couldn't do so, as Eastside, the other dominant team, the last straw, fell 2-1. That makes up your American division this year. Looks like Eastside will hold the 2nd spot. 3rd spot rightfully goes to West Orange. The 4th spot, Montclair. And then the Lancers hold the 5th spot. The rest is to be decided. But likely Verona or West Essex to take that 6th spot. And of course, don't forget the Lancers. A 4-4-1 record. They're taking on the Hillbillies right now. Or 4-4-2 record, rather. Played ahead. Run far side. Tapped away. Whistles come in. With 26.5 roughly left to play here in the second half. Free kick for the Bengals. Although it may be a 1-goal difference between the 1 seed versus the 16 seed, even just coming away with a victory in these types of conditions is just really key moving on. The next game will be played at noon on Saturday for the winner of this competition. That will be played between the winner of Millburn and Montclair Kimberly Academy. 2 teams the Pirates are accustomed to taking down this year. Montclair Kimberly Academy gave the Pirates a chase the day before one of their toughest matchups of the year at Pingree versus St. Anthony's of Long Island in New York. A 3-2 victory the Pirates slivered by with. Marty Berman very proud of the team's weekend performance. 2 games in 2 days, a rarity in high school soccer. Chiricello, deflected cross on in. Cesar Nico Diaz on the punch away with 25-20 left to play. Pirates corner kick trying to double their lead here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. From the PK spot, Joaquin Henke, a brilliant left-footed finish, his 7th goal of the season. 3rd most amount of goals on the Pirates. Here is Henke off the pass. Deflected out, Pirates throw-in. Funny here in the press box, a lot of action above us, fans trying to stand up there and watch the game due to the rain coming down. For those who don't have umbrellas, the freshman team in attendance today trying to stay under that roof-covered top. Thrown in. From the back, sopping wet and playing it away is Peter Battenjani, the senior back. Here come the Pirates. From far, here's Lucas Mendez. Deflected back to Brozon. Brozon, deflected cross. Krupski tries to turn on it. He can't get on it as it poked away by the Bengals. Here they come. Here's an open run. Shane Hinton. Free real estate, but he's just a little offsides. A little bit too little of a down payment there on the house that he was hoping for here in West Orange. The taxes are quite high. Clock stopped with 24:07 just a while ago. We'll adjust our clock here right now. Montclair Kimberly Academy and Millburn currently brazing through the rain at the moment. The victor of that one takes on likely the Pirates, but possibly the Bengals. If the Pirates win, it would be here at the CAC on Saturday, a noon kickoff time. And if the Bloomfield Bengals win, they would be visiting rather the Cougars of Montclair Kimberly Academy or the Millers of Milburn, regardless of the winner of that game. It will be played on Saturday. The weather on Saturday will be a lot better for a noon kickoff time. Just really tonight where we're expecting those post-hurricane-like winds. A little gust kicking in here in the area. Joaquin Nihenke tries to get one to Wiley Ong. It's cleared away. Once again, remember Seton Hall Prep football. Tough loss versus Paramus Catholic here at the CAC. The most recent Saturday on your schedule at the date of watching this game. And they will head to Don Bosco Preparatory School in Bergen County this Friday night. The #1 team in New Jersey, also nationally ranked. Here come the Bengals. On the soccer side, a deflection looked like it worked out in their favor. Whistles come in for a handball on the Pirates. And looks like Alex Cappett's missed wishes of running away with it. Actually maybe saved with a free kick. We're apologizing for the tough view you may see. Rain pouring down here at the CAC. No mercy. And now we're getting those hurricane-like winds accompanying the rain. We're very lucky to be in the press box, I must tell you. I think Goldie, in the other press box next to us, can agree with that statement. He actually has the window down next to him, so he must be really enjoying himself. Here comes the free kick, addressed by Capett. This one high, this one far, this one wide, but deflected off of a Pirates wall for a corner kick. Rain absolutely coming down. I am not going to have fun walking in my car. It's okay, I brought a sweatshirt. Might not be a thick sweatshirt, but it'll keep me from drowning. At least I would like to think so. I might be wrong. Corner kick from far side for the Bengals. Trying to tie the game at one apiece. Header from far. This one rolls on out, with the header coming from Fabian Madrid. Oh, I love Spain. Actually, that reminds me. Fabian Madrid, a big Spain fan I am. Great soccer out there. FC Barcelona. An excellent facility. I was a fan of them for a while. Fortunately, my sleep schedule as a teenager has disallowed me from being able to watch European soccer in the mornings. Eddie Krupski, speaking of soccer, offsides. Free kick for Joaquin Nihenke. Raises his right hand, addresses it in with the left foot. 7 goals on the season he has, and 2 assists. He was looking for a third one. This one deflects out for his Pirates corner kick. Now, you know what is unfortunate about this rain? Usually on a clear day, the CAC gives you beautiful views, similar to Eagle Rock, not too far away from here, of downtown Manhattan. Unfortunately, we cannot see that with this rain. It's all fogged up, that view. Crossed in, under pressure, this header misconnects with the net. Under 21 minutes left to play. And we will do the goal kick from the 6 once again. 3/4 way through this contest, as we're approaching 20 flat minutes left to play here in the second half of action on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network, presented by Michael C. Rusinell and NJ Orthopedics, and most recently the addition of Tavares Insurance to our sponsorship team. Rain picking up even more. I mean, just imagine being Marty Berman right now, standing out in the rain. Or any of his assistant coaches, for the matter. Wiley Ong will work together with Peter Battenjani. Crossed in, headed away From far, and Henke winds, and Henke deals this one deflected off. Also, imagine being Michael Aiello right now, or any of his assistant coaches, absolutely being drenched in this rainfall that we're seeing. Almost like nor'easter winds. Cross deflected. And punched away. Alex Caput trying to get something working with it. Oh, so happy we are to be in the press box right now. Cameraman Alex Stacks.
Fellas! Yo! Yo! Knock it off up there!
From outside the 18, going down, a Bloomfield call is given to Mateo Cruz. Now, it's a good thing this game didn't get rained out and moved to tomorrow as per the rules of the tournament, because if we saw this game being played tomorrow, it would have been a very busy schedule with all the Friday night football we have to cover, as well as the next round of the girls' soccer tournament. West Orange girls soccer here on D1 Media Pro, their quarterfinal matchup, a night game tomorrow. This one crossed into the box and well over Raymond Banana. Quick substitution. Marchenka will get to exercise once again. He will switch out with Lucas Mendez. With the loss, moving to 4-10 would be the Bengals. The Pirates, their 12th win of the season. In 14 games, 12-2. Both of those losses out of state competition. Woodstock Academy, game played in Pennsylvania versus the opponent, and game played in Pingree, well, at Pingree in New Jersey against an out-of-state St. Anthony's of New York. That was the first game. Summit would drop to the Pingree School in the second game. Played just 2 hours after the first kickoff. Soccer games at the high school level, a little under 2 hours, usually about an hour and 45-minute effort. Talking about any team that would possibly compete with the Pirates for non-public A. Some say Christian Brothers. Some would say Del Barton. I think this year the Pingree School is on the attack. Last year a second-round loss to Notre Dame in the tournament upset their chances of trying to take down Christian Brothers for the South victory, but this year they're making a heavy case again, holding the second spot in the NJ.com Top 20, heaving on that first spot that the Pirates are holding on to. And their claim to fame, still no New Jersey losses yet this year, however, 2 losses to their name against out-of-state opponents. 11-2 is their record coming into this one, including one of their best games played most recently before this one, final regular season matchup against SEC American opponent Newark East Side. Here come the Bengals ahead on the 1-2. Here's a run that is interrupted by a nice slide tackling Will Bauer. Cleared out of the box by Joaquin Henke. .35 left to play. Here in the second half of action. 1-0 Pirates, the first seed, over the 16 seed Bloomfield Bengals. Here comes a Bengals throw-in from Shane Hinton. Hinton winds and deals. This is a strong throw from outside the 6, headed away. Right back to Hinton. He will try and play one on the one touch. The backspin brings it right back to him. And Henke plays it in the air and out. Krupski can't get to it. Relay headers. Tip to front. And out with it. Nothing able to be worked by the Bengals there. That was Andrew Pereira trying to get something working. Seton Hall Prep, one more regular season contest, excluding county and state games. It's against Newark Academy. Actually, JV and freshmen have Eastside on the schedule coming up tomorrow. Two of Essex County's current premier programs, the 1 and 2 seed in Essex County and the two best teams in regular season conference and divisional competition, take each other on at the sub-varsity levels tomorrow. Good news is the rain is scheduled to stop before this contest between the 11 and 2 Pirates and the 4 and 9 Bengals will be done, but we're not sure if that's actually going to be true. The weather has been very unpredictable recently. Bloomfield, 3 more regular season contests. They have Newark Tech, have 2 days off, well, excuse me, a day off before their second day to take on East Orange Campus High School. And then just a day later, they will take on Technology High School of New York. So one more game than a pair of regular season competitions to come after this early exit of the county tournament in their second game of the tournament if they cannot come up with the tying goal and force overtime or 2 goals. 13-12 left to play. Nice control by the Pirates in the back. Rain starting to slow down. It's already done its damage on the local grass field behind us. We'll get a look at it very soon. 5:22 p.m. Eastern Time. JV and freshman practices canceled for the Pirates. 2 Newark schools and East Orange is what Bloomfield is looking forward to coming up. From the back, the Pirates will control. Played ahead, here's a run for Wiley Ong. Ong crosses one in. The header from Krupski, couldn't get the right balance on it. Heads it behind him, and out. Whistles come in, looks like Krupski's collision might have caused the whistle. Bloomfield, we mentioned their 4 wins so far on the season. Wins versus Caldwell, Glen Ridge, North Star Academy, and a 3-2 win to pull them here in the preliminary round as they were able to host Caldwell to a victory, their 4th win of the season. Their losses, a 2-1 loss at Irvington High School in Irvington, New Jersey. Newark Eastside on the road, they lost 3-0. They lost to Newark Academy 1-0, and then just 5 days later, a loss to West Essex High School on the road, at Bloomfield High School, 1-0 loss. At Columbia, a 5-1 loss. Just 2 days later, they would lose to Belleville 2-0 at home. Then they would travel to Montclair Kimberly Academy, a 2-0 loss. Then a 4-3 loss versus Cedar Grove 2 days later. And then their most recent loss was to Milburn 2-1. So with the comeback victory here, they could take on the Milburn Millers in a rematch if they're able to take down the Cougars of Montclair Kimberly Academy. Just talking to head coach Doug Nevins of the West Orange Mountaineers, which would do all their games here on the NFH, is now represented by D1 Media Pro. He said it's very interesting to see how all these teams in the SEC American that dominated last year still hold the helm of the conference, but have lost a lot of talent. The Prep Pirates are still seeing Krupski, Nihanki, Bonanno getting some goalkeeping effort in, as Donovan's having a phenomenal season. If you take a look, the Pirates, the Mounties, the Lancers, and of course the Mountaineers, they've all graduated a lot of talent they've been using for 3-4 years now. I mean, take a look at the Pirates graduating David Schuster. That was a tough loss for them. One of New Jersey's top forwards. Not to mention a lot of other losses as well to the roster. Eddie Dolgov, an all-state player, would graduate from the team. Drew Ligotti would graduate from the team. A lot of losses on the Pirates' end, but a lot of talent from sub-varsity and from the bench. We're getting the call up to hold that undefeated New Jersey record. Yet another year coming into today in which they'd like to extend in the first round of the county tournament. For the Lancers, over 20 of the goals scored last year were by players that have graduated. A tough loss. Montclair lost their Division I superstar, and West Orange lost the great legend of Essex County soccer, Legs of Steel, Ari Rosu. To West Orange's benefit, Arthur Rosu has stepped up to take over his brother's helm as one of the best center backs that Essex County and the state of New Jersey can see in high school soccer. But that just shows the amount of talent. All those players I mentioned, 2, 3, and even for some of them a 4th year of varsity soccer minutes. Shot from far off the crossbar. Krupski perfectly placed to try and finish this one. Saved and covered by Leone. He gobbled that one up like turkey. Krupski tried to put a goal on today to his name, try and put a 13th in the season in. Couldn't do so. A tough break for the Pirates with 8:25 left to play here in the second half. Knocked down by Krupski with 8:12 left to play. Here goes Eddie Krupski. The 6'3 junior plays one away. Slide tackling through ball is tipped away, intended for Warjenka. Oladapo runs onto it. He's out. He'll quickly throw it in. Warjenka works it right back to him. Possible handball. It's called. Andres Pereira touches it with the forearm. 7:50 left to play here in the second half. Played in. This one almost found the net on an own goal. Quick substitution as we will have a Pirates corner kick. Chiricello and Maxwell Williams check out for 2 fresh legs for the Pirates. Joaquin Nihanke now with the ensuing corner kick. 7:08 now left to play. Nihanke addresses one in. Poked away by Leone. A good effort in net. Leone, number 1, the freshman, played one away. Didn't expect him starting today in net in county competition, but he gets the call, and he's held his dominant Pirate squad to just 1 goal off of a PK, so a phenomenal performance for the young man so far. And on the other side, Aiden Donovan, currently injured, and for the time being, Banana getting the call. Nihanke ahead. The back line will take care of it for the Bengals. Here they address up the field. That pass from Fabian Madrid. Far side out for a Bengals throw-in. 6:15 left to play here in the second half. 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. A long throw-in ensuing for the Bengals, trying to make a tying effort and force overtime here in a 1 versus 16 matchup. Relay right into Bonanno's hands, and he will rightfully take his time. Played ahead. Touchdown by Krupski. Eddie Krupski. Offsides on the run from the far winger. Lucas Mendez, the forward, making a winger's run, and he's offsides with it. 5:25 left to play here in the second half. Ryan Lowy, Miles Dax here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Played ahead by Rowan Sullivan. Warjenka in the air, relay header. Pereira. The last touch out of bounds for a Pirates throw-in. Oladapo throws in to Rowan Sullivan. Man on from behind, touchdown by Nihenke. Oladapo. Look at all that space for Nihenke. Nihenke touches inward, still with it. He'll try and take a shot. And this one through the uprights. And deflected for a corner kick. Pirates will take their time. Four minutes left to go. Corner. Off a Pirates head. This one will roll out. Touchdown by the Pirates from far. Played into pressure. And this one relays high and away. And it will be a goal kick from the 6 with 3:30. Rain still coming down as the sun starts to disappear this evening. No lights here at the Kelly Athletic Complex, so it's good they got this one in now. Played away defensively for a Pirates throw-in. Trying to burn clock, maybe get a goal or two in here. Krupski. From the edge of the 16, poked away. He earns a corner kick. That's good clock management by the Pirates. No, they're going to call this one a goal kick, actually. Krupski looks like he touched it last. Played in the air by Leone, and slide tackling punch there. Effort by Oladapo. Here come the Pirates. Oladapo receives close side. The right back plays one through to Henke from far. Slings one in. Krupski goes down in the box. No call. As he will slowly get up. The turf has to hurt with this weather. Rain really starting to pick up. We're getting those nor'easter winds here and incredible fogs. Not the safest driving conditions. Hopefully everyone gets home all right and safe. And if you're joining us, you made the right choice watching the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network, because if it isn't D1 Media Pro, it's a red flag. Played ahead. Lapchinski. Played over to Zalis. Lapchinski from far. Crosses one in, headed away. 85 seconds now left to play in the game. Pirates hold a 1-0 lead. Winner of this one takes on the winner of Montclair Kimberly Academy and Milburn, currently finishing up simultaneously to this one. And can be played on noon at Saturday if the Pirates are able to hold on to this one with 70 seconds left to play. It will be here at the Kelly Athletic Complex as Brendan P. Tevlin Field, home of Pirates football and soccer. Tapped ahead. Orjenka plays one in. No finish available on the effort from Lapchinski. 3/4 of a minute now left to play. More rain picking up here at the CAC. Played away. Bloomfield has to work quickly in the treacherous conditions to try and squeeze their first and only goal of the game in to force an overtime. Thinking differently as Krupski, he sends one far side just wide of the net. That'll burn some clock. Now under a half a minute left to play. The Pirates trying to close out on a first-round victory en route to yet another county tournament championship. Last year, they were victors of this one against West Orange in the finals, 2-0. They're in-town rivals, and en route to a possible finals matchup with Newark Eastside is everyone's prediction. They will have to win this one and take home as the clock is signaled to stop. With 7 seconds, they'd have to, next round, take on the winner of Montclair Kimberly and Milburn, currently being played simultaneously. 3, 2, 1, ball game. Pirates win. Joaquin Nihenke's 7th goal of the season off of a PK finisher with the left foot is the 1-goal decider. And this 1-0 first round victory in favor of the Seton Hall Prep Pirates. So from the Sports Information Director, Goldie, from Miles Dax on camera, and me, Ryan Lowy, on the call today, thank you so much for joining us here at the Kelly Athletic Complex's Brendan B. Tedlin Field, a mile away from Seton Hall Preparatory School, the oldest Catholic high school in New Jersey. Seton Hall Prep moves on. Bloomfield, a 1-1 county tournament record, moved to 4-10 on the season. The Pirates, their 12th win of the season, 12-2, undefeated against state competition. With that being said, the next Pirates matchup will be this Saturday at noontime. It will be a quarterfinal round matchup for them to try and qualify for the semifinals and hopefully a finals run. Their home game of the season in the county tournament would be this Saturday. They also have a matchup versus Newark Academy as their final regular season matchup. So with that being said, Ryan Lowy, Miles Dax, have a good night here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Toodaloo.
He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it for Frazier.
Turn it to the end zone. What a